Here we are at the new World of Ukes store, and I've got Matt Warnes with me.
Hello.
Have a little chat about all the goings on. So Matt, I've known you for just about 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
How did you come to specialise in the ukulele?
Probably my story is very similar to a lot of ukulele players in that in my school years I played the clarinet. Well, it's not common to every ukulele player, but I had a musical instrument which I didn't enjoy, didn't like the teaching, and so I gave that up. Then I took up the guitar as I thought it'd be cooler, and wanted to attract girls. That never really worked. And then I found that I never really progressed beyond the basic level, and pretty much gave that up too. And then, having worked for my family's music business, I came across the ukulele, picked it up, and couldn't put it down. And it was just so accessible and easy to get going with that. I really took to it straight away.
Good.
So it's a similar story. Some ukulele players are, tried this, tried that, and then found this fantastic thing.
Similar thing, yeah. Yeah, good. So your new venture in World of Ukes, amazing. Here, this is just one wall, by the way. There's four walls, in fact, and ukes on every wall, and another room, and it goes on and on. So you're specialising in higher end ukes.
That's right. Yes.
What is it that World of Ukes is going to bring to the ukulele market?
Well, it's somewhere exclusively for ukuleles, exclusively for exclusive ukuleles.
Right.
And so it's what I've tried to create is a bit almost like an art gallery, with some of the most beautiful instruments in the world. And I want it to be a destination that people from far and wide will come. I think it's not just every generic uke on the wall of all different colours. It's something. There's some really special things here. So it's sort of somewhere where you would break your journey and make a special trip to.
It's a nice place to stop, I can tell you.
Thank you.
Good. How do you think ukulele retailing is going to develop in the next 5 years?
I would like to say it's going to be more individual and bespoke and customer service orientated, which is the route I'm going down. But I fear it would be more sort of huge multinational non-tax-paying organisations. Mentioning no names, that are gonna, they look at this trend where ukuleles are popular, and they buy them up, they bring them in, they ship them out cheap, they don't look in the boxes. So I think it would be increasingly difficult for smaller retailers to sort of make a profit out of doing ukuleles well. So that's the reason why I've decided to go, I suppose, high end, because I can really get to know these instruments and really talk to people about them, which I don't think Amazon will ever be able to do.
No,
I said them, didn't I?
That's all right. So on that sort of theme, I've noticed some brands that I've not quite honestly been that aware of. I'm sure other people are, but not so aware of on the walls and so on. And I'm sure some have got some unique features or aspects to them. Could you talk us through a couple?
Yeah.
A couple that sort of come to your mind.
I mean, I've got quite a few brands here.
Yeah.
Possibly one that people won't be so aware of is the Imua, which is a newer Hawaiian brand. So that it's people will be familiar with the K brands, but Imua is a sort of newer kid on the block. And a Nui Nui, that's probably a name that people have heard of from the past, but they've gone away and come back in this country at least. I have a friend who imports a lot of things from China and does a lot of business in China. He's sort of a business mentor, and I was talking to him some time ago about China, and he was telling me that the Chinese can make fantastic things. They have their own luxury brands. They can make things as good as anything, but we in the West just buy the cheap stuff. And so he was saying that, you know, his particular business was machines, and he would buy really high specification machines, and he would sort of blow everyone out of the water over here. So it got me thinking about what the best the East can do, and Nui is, they're seriously good instruments. Absolutely. I mean, when I got the box here, I opened them up and I'm playing one, and I have to confess there were some little whimpers of joy.
I did that, picking up a few, and actually the Nui as well. So let's say I'm a beginner and I've just got on with, you know, a couple of low-end ukes. I'm looking for something a bit classier. What do you think my next step might be? Right.
Well, you'd think I'd say jump into it and buy 20, but actually I think it's worth taking your time a bit. Maybe do some research, look on Cool Cats Ukes, look at some reviews. If possible, you know, just come 5 minutes off the M6 to World of Ukes. But take your time about it, because it's. I mean, I've done it. Oh, that looks nice. I'll buy it, and then 2 weeks later, I think, what did I do that for? So a bit of patience. In terms of which one, it's, you know, there are step-up brands, you know, Kala, Ohana, or even Topono, if you can afford that. They're great. But it's really an individual choice.
Yeah. Okay. So I tend to grab different ukes for different songs. So I don't have a one uke fits all scenario. So so for punk covers, I might actually use a plastic uke. My Lanakai tenor for more mellow stuff. Am I mad?
Not at all. No. Well, not because of that reason. I think different instruments for different, you know, horses for courses is a perfectly legitimate way of looking at it, and I heartily approve of people owning multiple ukuleles. So I think that's a good idea.
So I love my gloss ukuleles, as you know. I love the bling. I like a bit of showmanship and so on. So what's the most extreme bling laden uke you've got?
Right. Well, I've got a couple actually.
Right.
And it depends on your definition of bling. This is an Nui, and although there are some lovely extra features, it's that master grade koa for me that. That's the bling, you know, it's natural bling. It's also got lots of, you know, interesting binding features, and it's got this sort of slight offset moon motif. The
is that the one that's called moon?
It isn't actually called. It's called a bird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I presume it sings like a bird or something like that. But yeah, that is like where the wood is the star. The other one is, although the wood is lovely, there's cedar on the top and rosewood on the back and sides. This one, all sorts of lovely binding. There's a layer of, you couldn't possibly see this on the video, but there's a tiny layer of maple which is less than 1 millimetre thick.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's almost pointless putting it there. It's almost like just that lovely little showing off. And that's got an abalone whale inlay.
Yeah.
Abalone around there. So I think there's 2 different sort of ways for bling. There's wood and there's fancy bits.
Yes. Okay. So I've got to ask this. That it's one of those $60 million questions or whatever. What are your favourite strings?
Right. I've not worked that out yet. And I definitely think there is no. This is me. From my experience, there is no best string in the world. Right, so that's
okay. We've said it now.
You've said it now. But there are definitely best strings for you for your particular instrument.
Yeah.
So I have a Uluru, not this one, but it came with a quiller. I wasn't keen on it. I put Savares on that one, which I really like. This one has a quiller, and I'd like a quiller on that instrument. So it's not a case of not liking that kind of string. And then I've done my own brand ones, which I've World of Ukes, the Pioneer series, and they have Worth Browns on because I felt that suited that instrument best. So it's try some strings and experiment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. And finally, then, how many cats do you own?
I'm afraid no cats. Yes, I'm a bit allergic to animals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're okay with this one?
That one's okay. Yeah,
Right.
Synthetic ones are okay,
Mm-hmm.
but I like cats and I would have one. But yes, unfortunately, my eyes and nose won't take it.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting us come down and spend some time in the shop as well. I've had great fun with these ukuleles, and as Matt said, there's a few you take off the wall, you just hold them and you go, ooh.
It's often a high pitched.
It's a good thing to do, and you see all these different ukes, and then you can just feel which ones feel right for you. So thanks for that, and I hope you do really well, and I hope lots of people, after seeing this, hopefully will come along off the M6, get a coffee here, and it's got a good coffee machine, and come and have a look at the ukuleles.
Smashing.
Cheers.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.